Hello everyone and welcome back to Calmlands. This is the multiplayer co-op with Nordic farming and we have reached episode number 16. Starting off at the farmyard today because we noticed that the game card we found has wound its way into the garage and we can play the game on our little TV and games console here. That's pretty cool. But yep, we've got a busy day ahead of us. First of all, I'm going to be placing a chicken pen up here near the farmhouse. As yet, we're going to need some chickens as we need eggs for making donuts in the future. So we are going to place a chicken pen. Let's find it under animals, chickens, and it's part of the animal barn pack. 15,000 and we can get 360 chickens. So I'm just going to see about placing it somewhere over here. There we go. Nice and placed. And yeah, it's got a nice little grass section in it. I might do a bit of terrain editing to knock the grass back, as chicken pens tend to get a bit dusty. There we go. That's looking a bit more realistic. I hope that stays, because where I've terrain edited in animal pens before, it's disappeared the next time I've loaded the game. But yeah, that is placed. So we need some barley. We've got some barley in storage, so we're going to feed them. And yeah, we'll have to purchase some chickens as well. We can't get chickens in the transport, so we'll just have to buy them directly from the animal dealer. But in the meantime, Nordic is going to buy the chickens, give them some barley, and I'm going to get the harvesters ready, as all of our fields are now ready to harvest. So we have oats, barley and soybean, and they are all ready to harvest, which is fantastic. So we better jump in the harvesters and get them over to the fields so we can start getting our crops all harvested. And yeah, we're going to need a good supply of barley for both our pigs and our chickens, so we're going to start with that first of all. Better get the beacons on. I'll grab both harvesters, both headers, and get it over there ready for Nordic. Nordic's just made a purchase. He's bought a new trailer to go with our Tetra Phoenix, and that is going to hold more capacity, so we don't have to unload the trailer in between us doing our harvesting. Right, here we are at the barley field, which is in Hitman field, and we'll just drop the first header there, pick it up, and then I'll nip back and get the second harvester. Header on, unfolded. Harvester number 2, header number 2, and on our way. Just come up to the cow farm. Last time we obviously got the fields herbicided with our sprayer, and we used the See and Spray modification. And yeah, we mowed the farmhouse field and the small grass field number 1, and then yeah, the grass all went to the cows. And there's been an interesting development in that the cows don't seem to be a good productivity whilst they've only got grass. Grass is supposed to give them 40%, but yeah, unfortunately the cows are showing as 0. So we think that we are going to have to give them hay. So at some point soon we're going to have to do another cut. The grass is ready to harvest again, but we'll have to give it another cut so we can get the cows nice and productive. Right, that's both harvesters all ready, so we can get them unfolded. And yeah, we're ready for Nordic to come over. Both machines raring to go. Aha! Here arrives Nordic with our new trailer. Brilliant. Let's take a quick look at it. So it is the Benalu Optiliner 133, and it's got a capacity of 79,000 litres. That's going to be perfect. Alright, Nordic is ready, so let's hop in. And he's off. Going into the barley first, as mentioned, because yeah, we need the barley for our pigs and our chickens. We've got quite a bit in stock, but yeah, nonetheless, it's always good to have a nice volume. And just got to check that we are going to be producing straw. We're chopping it, so let's swap it to leaving a nice swath. And we're going to get straw from both this barley and the oats that are in farmyard field. So we're going to have to bale and stack after we've harvested both fields. That's fine. We can sell the straw and recoup some money, as we had to take a bit of an additional loan out to buy that trailer. But it is going to be worthwhile, because as mentioned, we won't need to do a trip to the silo halfway through harvesting, because it's got more than enough capacity. But yeah, we are away harvesting our barley. So Nordic and I are going to get this done and see you when we've finished. So, that is the barley field all harvested up. Took quite a long time, and we chopped and changed a wee bit based on yeah, we normally do 2 headlands, we only did 1 this time because there was a good amount of turning space, and also the more headlands we did, the less we could sort of get round, and we had to move the truck over to us to unload, whereas with rows we could more easily drive up to the truck for unloading. But yeah, that's the barley unloaded now from the harvester. Got 61,000 in here, so that's pretty impressive. We will just put the cover on. I think this has got a cover. There we go. Sometimes the cover is the key N and sometimes it's the key Z. But yeah, we'll take the Tatra and our new wonderful trailer back and see how many litres of barley we've got. It's going to be quite a lot, and yeah, I was obviously jinxing it by saying, oh, this fantastic new trailer is such a good capacity, we're not going to need to do journeys back mid-harvest. But of course barley does yield very high, so we had way too much barley and we had to do a trip back to the silo, and it's very heavy. The Tatra is struggling a little bit, but let's get back on to this silo and we can get this unloaded. See how much barley we've got. We had 30,000 litres or thereabouts in the silo already, so I'd be keen to see how much we've got. Right, so we can pull into the silo here, and this is a tipping trailer rather than one that has a conveyor on the bottom and pushes it out to the back, so going to have to go right to the end, and then hopefully we've got enough tipping space to be able to unload. There we go, unloading. There we go, managed to just squeeze it in the end there, so that's pretty good. Right, we need to stash our new trailer somewhere, and I probably need to go get the second harvester back. Going to park the trailer at the cow farm, and coincidentally that's where Nordic has parked the harvesters, as yeah, we're going to need to harvest the oats and the sorghum in the future. We're not going to harvest them today. We are not precious or time constrained to harvest the oats or the soybean. The soybean we probably want to harvest before June, because June is the best sell time, and oats we only really need for when we want to do our flour productions. So yeah, again, not precious on needing to sell that anytime soon. The trailer can go there, and we can drop the truck off, and Nordic is over at the field we just harvested with the baler, so I'm going to go grab the stacker. In fact, I might use the Tatra. Yep, we're going to use the Tatra to do the straw bale stacking. It is a agri truck and it has a PTO, so it can be capable of running our stacker, so why not use it as it's faster. There we go, stacker. Okay, so we're at the field. Nordic seems to be doing some good pace, so let's get this unfolded and we can drive up and grab the first bale. We're not really starting where he started, but that's fine. It's got the Schluter hooked up to the Krone Big, I think it's called. Big Pack. Fantastic baler. Very cost effective. So here we can follow him now, and we've got the Tatra so we can do quicker runs to the animal dealer to sell the straw. So yeah, we're going to get this all baled and stacked. Leave it with us, and we'll see you in a short while. Right, so we've done half of the field. Well, Nordic's done half of the field baling, and I am going to switch to doing the baling after having done the stacking. So let's get fired up. We can... oh, not what we want to fold it, we want to turn it on, and then yeah, we can lower the pickup. Steering is a bit funky on this by the sound of things. Lower the pickup, and away we go. Yeah, I'm going to have to get used to the Schluter doing four-wheel steering, but we are away, and Nordic will now do the stacking and the ferrying to the animal dealer. We were getting around 17,000 per full stack, plus a little bit of environmental score money, which is a bonus. So brilliant. So yeah, gonna finish this off and see you when we're done. Okay, so that is all the straw baled up. There's 2 bales left in the field, and we've got, I think, 1.5 in the baler. I'm just going to drop this one over in the pig farm. I don't think we plan on giving the pigs straw, but it's always handy to have a little bit of straw hanging around if you need it. So let's just unload this here. There we go, perfect. So yeah, we can get that folded up now. There's a little bit left in it, but that's fine. And then there's 2 bales for Nordic just to come and grab from that field. So yeah, let's get the baler back and parked up. And then I think lastly today, Nordic and I are going to be selling some silage. The excess grass that wasn't used towards feeding the cows last time went in the fermenting silo. And we activated that at the end of the session. So that's been fermenting, and now there is some silage to sell. So I'm going to grab the other trailer. Nordic can grab the new truck trailer we bought. There he goes, speeding past. Speedy guns Nordic. And yeah, we can sell some silage. So let's get this tidied up, and then we can do a shop run. Oh, and one other thing. You'll see the money's gone down. That's because we've started to repay our loan off with some of the straw bale proceeds, which is good. I'll give the Schluter a wash and the baler as well. It's been working hard today. That's the baler parked off. So let's go grab the trailer, which is by the pig farm, and then we can start selling some silage. There we go, Nordic is taking the first load over in the Tatra, and we're going to go grab the other trailer from the pig farm. Here's the trailer. Looks like Nordic dropped off the other 2 bales here, so that's pretty handy. Just hitch up to the trailer, unload the soybeans that's there, and hopefully we will be able to drop all of that in there. Perfect. So the pigs have taken the remainder of soybean, and yeah, we can go and pick up some silage. Right, loaded up with silage, so let's go get this to the animal dealer. Right, so we made it to the animal dealer and selling some silage. Now the money's gone up a bit because I think Nordic found 2 collectibles and the loan has been paid off. So yeah, we'll check in on the finances at the end of the day. Right, just going to leave the trailer here. This tractor and trailer do not get on when it's full with regards to steering. But yeah, managed to get the silage in there. So I'm just going to head back up to the farm and take stock for the day. Right, back at the farmhouse, and we can see that we've got our chickens. There we go, so Nordic bought these and filled it up with barley, so they're nice and fed, and we've even got some eggs being created. So that is pretty good. Good stuff. And yeah, as I mentioned, Nordic found a couple of collectible cards. So in here we have some extra ones, and I think we can now change game. So yeah, you can change game cartridge. Got trap crop, and we've got a golf game as well. And then back to what looks like some sort of platform game. So a quick roundup of the finances. We spent $85,000 on our new trailer, $1,600 on chickens, $15,000 on the chicken pen, which we placed near the farmhouse. We got around $9,000 of property income, so that's profit from the solar panel and our wind turbine. Here we go, $70,000 from our straw bales. So yeah, can't forget about the straw profits, that's really beneficial. $104,000 from harvest income. I think that's the selling of our silage, which was the leftover grass in our fermenting silo. And then the miscellaneous $123,000, of which I think $100,000 is from Nordic finding the 2 cards near the animal dealer, which is pretty handy. Now you'll see that our loan interest is down to 0, and that's because we have repaid our loan. I don't think you can see the repayment here, but yet we've repaid it all because loan says $0 down here. So that is looking pretty healthy. So yeah, that is it for today. Nordic and I have had a busy one. We started off by placing our chickens and getting them all set up. Moved on to the barley harvest at Hitman Field, and then we got all the straw baled up and stacked and sold. So yeah, the funds are looking a lot better. We've paid off our loan, sold some silage, and we've also got some collectible money as well. But that is it. Hope you have enjoyed. If you did, drop us a like. If you've got any tips, tricks or things you'd like us to do, then feel free to leave a comment. Check out Nordic's channel for his perspective of today's session. And all there's left to say is, hope to see you again next time, and until then, catch you later. Cheers all. Bye bye.